Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Wells Fargo Arena in downtown Des Moines as we get ready to wrap up day number one of the Girls State Basketball Tournament, presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau, powered by Mid-American Energy. Dar Danielson alongside Ellie Howell here, and Ellie, this game's probably a little bit more what the players are used to. You usually play in the evening and not some of the 10 or 11 o'clock games in the morning, so as far as the schedule goes, it might be a little more in the routine, although you've had to sit back and watch all these other teams play at State right away.
Right, yeah, there's kind of a balance there. It's good to play in the morning, get the game out of the way, but it's also a different schedule. You're not in class, getting back into your routines there.
We got a couple teams here. Davenport Assumption comes in. They have a long history at the state tournament. They had a three-peat from 2011 to 2013 with championships. Clear Lake Lions, they've been here, but they're still looking for that first state tournament victory here tonight. So a little bit of a difference in experience as far as success at the state tournament, but each team is new, and they're both coming in here to try to make some noise to start out in their first game.
Yeah, it should be good to see different experience levels, see how that plays out today and how that helps them get to the next round.
We have the Clear Lake Lions, as we said, the 22-2. They come in as the second seed, while Davenport Assumption 16-7, and the number 7 seed. And here's we'll talk about how they got here. The road to state, Clear Lake, and the 3A Region 2 champions. They defeated Okoboji and also defeated Forest City in their run in the regional tournament. For Davenport Assumption, their road to state went like this. They were the 3A Region 4 champions. They beat Anamosa 72-21 and walk on 55-42. So both these teams really made it through the regionals without a whole lot of tests. But when you get down to the state tournament, it's a big test wherever you play.
Yeah, they might have some fresh legs, but there's going to be a lot of nerves getting into the state tournament, and see how that plays out for them tonight.
So we're getting ready, the final game of the night. This will be 3A, and then we'll finish it off with one 3A quarterfinal tomorrow morning to set the 3A field, and then we'll move on to the other classes. But the 5A field is set, and we'll have 4A, 2A, 1A to go as in one more 3A game here. So let's do this. We'll take a break. We'll come back and talk some more about our seeds, Kruger Seeds for Success for these two teams. Coming up, you're watching the Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau on the powered by the Mid-American Energy.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
They say Buena Vista University is in the middle of a bunch of fields.
Hey guys, wait up!
Game on.
They say our idea of fun is morning tea. And afternoon tea.
And anytime tea.
And we hang out like bumps on a log.
They say Storm Lake, Iowa isn't in the center of the action.
And when we study, we're not exactly grounded.
But you know what we say.
You gotta see it to believe it.
This is more. More savings. More service. More focus on fresh, quality produce. Expert butchers who know more. And the most talked about meat in town. We are Fairway. We put everything into meat and grocery. And this is more.
Des Moines. The yeses are silent. Our city is buzzing. Catch what you've been missing today.
Waldorf University, we are warriors. On campus and online. In the classroom and on the field. Our work today will power tomorrow, continuing a rich tradition started in 1903. And once you're one of us, you forever are. Waldorf University, we are warriors.
Here at the Girls State Tournament, presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau, Dar Danielson, Ellie Howell, and time now to look at our Kruger Seeds for Success, brought to you by Kruger Seeds. And let's first take a look at the Clear Lake keys to success here. And, well, we got them both right there. Win the rebound battle is always key, offensively or defensively. You get rebounds, you get more shots, or you limit the other team.
Yep, that's a big key here, especially on the defensive end. If they're going to give up some size, they got to make sure they get those rebounds.
Transition defense for Clear Lake. You want to get back. If you don't get the rebound, you want to get back and be ready. Don't let them fast break on you or throw the ball up over the top.
Yeah, we really want to try to slow them down here. Clear Lake is going to look to make sure they're not giving up anything easy and making them work for every basket.
Then for Assumption, move the ball offensively. That's pass it around a lot. Don't stand still and keep the ball moving. That gets you open shots.
Yep, really looking to make the extra pass, make sure they're not settling for a quick shot. They want to get the best look they can.
And then communicate on defense. That's big because you got to talk, I got him, you got him, switch, and all that kind of stuff. If you do that, team defense, you got a better chance of cutting them off.
Yep, really looking to help each other out, make sure they know where each other's at, and getting stops.
Today's Seeds for Success brought to you by Kruger Seeds. The next time you're in need of a corn or soybean seed, give your local Kruger Seeds dealer a call. Kruger Seeds, first-class seed, first-name service. You can learn more at krugerseed.com. And looking at a couple of the players we'll be talking about here today, Ava Schubert is leading scorer coming in for Assumption, and she's a freshman, and their leading scorer. But as you know, and you've probably seen it,
Mid-American
more and more of the
Energy
teams of high school and that and playing club teams and that, we're seeing more freshmen come in, and they played more games and they're more able to step in and take over when they get at the varsity level.
Yeah, they've really had some good experience playing in big games, like you said, in AAU and different circuits like that. They've had some good experience. Although it's not high school, it still is really good experience for them.
And we'll talk a little bit more about some of the keys people to look for with Clear Lake, but we're going to take one more break here before the start of get the starting lineups. We'll do that. Be back with more after this in the Iowa Girls Union Network, presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics. Because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
Crowded lecture halls? Not anymore. Southwestern Community College is a different place. It's where we break from traditional college to do what's best for your career. It's about teaching the way you learn, having fun along the way, and giving you the experience you need for what comes next. A job and an income in as little as 1 year. That's why you go to college in the first place. Southwestern Community College. Your career starts here. Check out SWC's career-related programs at swciowa.edu/yourcareer.
I'm an Iowa business owner. My dad gave me some advice 47 years ago when I left home. He says, when you move to a new town, you need to find 3 people. You need to find a good mechanic because you need your car working so that you can get to work. You need to find a doctor so that you can stay healthy. But most importantly, you need to find a good banker because it gets tough out there. We would not be here today if it wasn't for our bank. I love my Iowa bank.
More Iowans choose to bank with an Iowa bank. Get to know a real Iowa banker and discover the genuine difference of Iowa banks.
Fans, the Iowa Bankers Association, proud to help students reach their goals both financially and educationally. That's why they're honored to provide 5 student athletes from this year's basketball tournament $1,000 scholarships. Follow their Facebook page at facebook.com/Iowa Bankers to see the winners. And time now to go to our PA address announcer, Mr. Joe Hammond.
Our appreciation to all the women who have participated in high school athletics in Iowa, because once an Iowa girl, always an Iowa girl. Fans, at this time, the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and the Iowa Farm Bureau would like to recognize the outstanding sportsmanship shown by Davenport Assumption High School and Clear Lake High School. In recognition of the importance of good sportsmanship, each state qualifying school was asked to nominate a spectator who represents their school and community in a sportsmanlike manner. Karen Brown of the IGHSAU will present each nominee with a certificate of recognition and a $250 check payable to their school's scholarship fund. Please join us in honoring these individuals whose decorum and respect for others serves as a model for all spectators attending interscholastic events. From Davenport Assumption, say hello to Ron Crino. And from Clear Lake, how about a hand for Patty and Adam Tice? Fans, it's now time to introduce the players in tonight's quarterfinal matchup. First, the non-starters for the Davenport Assumption Lady Knights. Number 3, Jessie Wardlow. Number 4, Cheney Steffen. Number 5, Amy Wazalowski. Number 11, Sydney Rowe. Number 13, Grace Jobjen. Number 14, Sarah Volkortsen. Number 22, Anna Woolers. Number 23, Maddie Loken. Number 24, Annika Katula. And number 35, Gabby Bajorquez. The assistant coaches for Davenport Assumption are Mike Tisson, Brian Klosterman, and Sam Johansson. And now let's meet the non-starters for the Clear Lake Lions. Number 14, Allie Malsby. Number 20, Lexi Fosbender. Number 24, Jaden Ainley. Number 30, Emily Tice. Number 32, Lainey Lester. Number 34, Caitlin Vanderplug. Number 40, Ashlyn Fred. Number 44, Taylor Kroll. Number 50, Jordan Mayland. And number 52, Autumn Van Horn. The assistant coaches for Clear Lake are Emily Hill, Vernon Johnson, Darren Hewitt, and Doug Dodd. And now, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for tonight's starting lineups? For Davenport Assumption, a 5'10 senior, number 2, Natalie Moore. And for Clear Lake, a 5'8 senior, number 4, Sarah Faber. For Davenport Assumption, a 5'5 junior, number 10, Katie Anderson. And for Clear Lake, a 5'6 senior, number 10, Julia Merfeld. For Davenport Assumption, a 5'10 sophomore, number 12, Dawson Dorsey. And for Clear Lake, a 5'7 junior, number 12, Darby Dodd. For Davenport Assumption, a 6'1 freshman, number 20, Ava Schubert. And for Clear Lake, a 5'10 junior, number 22, Chelsea Hawk. For Davenport Assumption, a 6'1 senior, number 32, Corey Whitlock. And for Clear Lake, a 5'8 junior, number 42, Zoe Fosbender. The head coach for Davenport Assumption is Caitlin McNamara, and the head coach for Clear Lake is Bart Smith. The floor officials tonight are Mike Lawler, Brad Van Rokel, and Scott Johnson. The bench official is Sam Anker. Welcome, Davenport.
And that's our PA announcer, Jill Hammond. Starting lineups brought to you by Buena Vista University. Located in Storm Lake, Buena Vista University prepares students for lifelong success through transformational, academic, professional, and co-curricular programs. Schedule your visit today at bvu.edu. Ready for Class 3A basketball. Final game of opening day here at Wells Fargo Arena. The tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. We talked a little bit about Ava Schubert. Sarah Faber became the leading scorer for Clear Lake this season, and she will be the one they look to get the offense going here tonight, averaging 16.8 points per game. Hawk steps in and tips it back to Dodd. Over to Murfeld. Looks like is that a 2-3 zone or early defense here for Assumption? There's a 3. Rebound comes off to Darby Dodd. They'll rotate it back over. Hawk down on baseline. Kick it out for 3. No good. Short. Rebound comes off to Natalie Moore. A couple good looks, unable to get it to go down for Clear Lake.
Yeah, able to attack that zone with a couple of early threes. See if they can get one fall here.
And foul back the other way will go against Chelsea Hawk. First foul on her, first of the game here for Clear Lake. We'll send Darby Dodd to the free throw line. Or excuse me, that's Dawson Dorsey to the free throw line. Shooting 64%, misses the first one. And hits the second one. And Assumption takes the first lead here over Clear Lake. Inside to the block. Down the lane, blocked. Out of bounds by Corey Whitlock.
Yeah, they've got some big size in the bottom of that zone there, so they're going to have to look and see if they can shot fake, get somebody up in the air so they can score down low.
Lob it way out high, and I thought that was over and back, but I thought she touched it.
Yes,
but because you could throw it into the backcourt, but it looked like she got a finger on it, but maybe not. Well, wheel it around. Murfield looks. There's the 3. No good. Rolls out of there off the miss by Chelsea Hawk. Here comes Assumption. Behind the back dribble by Dorsey. Gets it inside, down on the block. Back out for 3. No good. Rebound comes out. Taken there by Darby Dodd. Dodd pushes it up the floor to Murfield. She goes up a little hard and gets her own rebound. Drive in and then a foul called inside on, let's see, I think Natalie Moore.
Assumption number 2, Natalie Moore.
A little nerves, I think, out of Clear Lake early on. They're missing some shots, a little too much adrenaline, I think.
I think so, too. They're going a little too fast. They're going to have to settle in a little bit, get some good shots.
Pitch it over to left side. And that one's a little short. Rebound knocked around and coming up with it, trying to put it back up, but gets it blocked, is Chelsea Hawk, and here comes Assumption, leading 1-0. Here in the early going of this one. Dorsey gets it off, now inside. Spinning around, nowhere to go with it. They'll bring it back out and rotate it over to the left side. In the block and up, she hits underneath the basket. Schubert and battle for it, and then finally draws the foul. Well, credit her for keeping at it there.
Yeah, a couple big offensive rebounds, getting that second put back and getting to the free throw line.
Number 42, Zoe Fosbender, her first.
Fosbender with her first
at the line
foul.
For Davenport Assumption, Ava Schubert shooting 2.
Schubert will go to the line to shoot 2. And we get a little short.
Number 34, Caitlin Vanderplug checks into the Clear Lake lineup.
Caitlin Vanderplug in, our first IMT substitutions. All substitutions brought to you by IMT Insurance. Learn how you can be worry-free with IMT at IMTINS.com. Second free throw short. Battle for it, pulled out of there. So Vanderplug off the bench and immediately makes an impact with a rebound.
Yeah, early rebound, get some confidence going, see what she can do on the offensive end here.
Dribble drive, kicks it over. 3, no good. Rebound, Vanderplug up in the foul.
Another big rebound in the right place at the right time. Came right to her. Was able to finish strong.
Fouls on Davenport Assumption, number 10, Katie Anderson.
Katie Anderson with the personal. And you mentioned the size. I think that's what Vanderplug has given him right away. A little bit of size off the bench.
Yeah, it should be good for him. Be able to attack that zone a little bit better.
Misses the free throw. But gives Clear Lake the 2-1 lead here. Early going. And off to Moore. She drives and right into Vanderplug, who blocks it and just takes it right away. Vanderplug off the bench, making a big impact immediately. Skip over the top, down the baseline. On the drive, now they throw it back up top to Darby Dodd. Murfeld inside, Vanderplug now back out to Dodd. Almost threw it away there. Trying to work that seam in the zone somewhere. Murfeld up top to Hawk. Now over. Assumption doing a good job of reacting, keeping their hands up on defense.
Yeah, they're not letting this ball movement really slow them down at all. Flying all over the court right now.
Up top, and the 2, long 2 by Chelsea Hawk. For Clear Lake, they go up 4-0 here, a 4-0 run after Davenport took the early 1-0 lead. An offensive foul called.
Fouls on Davenport Assumption, number 20, Ava Schubert.
Ava Schubert gets called for her first personal.
Number 14, Allie Mosby checks into the Clear Lake lineup.
Allie Mosby in for Clear Lake at IMT substitution. Learn how you can be worry-free with IMT at IMTINS.com. So far, offensively, Clear Lake has kind of, we talked about it, slowed it down and got a couple shots and got a couple buckets.
Yeah, looking like they're trying to set some screens now against this zone. See if they can clear them out a little bit more.
Moving the ball, like we talked about in the pregame. Here's Malsby, goes down on the baseline to Vanderplug. Here's a long 3, no good. Rebound by Clear Lake, and they pull it back out of there. Darby Dodd. On the drive, dish back, left baseline, 3, good for 3 from Chelsea Hawk.
Really good ball movement right now for Clear Lake. They're getting it inside, kicking it back out, getting them really good shots.
7-0 run by Clear Lake. Here to take the early lead, up 6. Inside spinner, up off the glass is good. Corey Whitlock gets the first field goal here with 3:20 to play in the first quarter for Assumption. Clear Lake throws it down on the baseline again. Now back up top, steps in on the pass. Back the other way. Oh, good recovery, but you got the foul. It looked like Dawson Dorsey was going to go all the way up there, but Darby Dodd got back.
Yeah, good hustle by Clear Lake to get back and not give up an easy layup there. And good shot fake by Dorsey there to get her up in the air.
And we got Hawk with the foul, her second. Sends Dawson Dorsey to the free throw line. And she hits it.
Number 30, Emily Tice, and number 42, Zoe Fosbender.
Dawson Dorsey now.
Clear Lake lineup. And in for Davenport Assumption, number
2 of 3 from the line.
Anna Woolers.
And she'll get another one, a 65% free throw shooter coming into this matchup. That one a little long, running for the rebound. Vanderplug goes down. And they're going to give it to Clear Lake. I guess it went off of Assumption, and Vanderploeg didn't get to it before it went out of bounds.
Right.
Hard to see
Good
the
hustle
body.
there, but yeah, couldn't see anything
down,
over
but,
there.
But you like to see that. Everybody getting down on the floor, getting a few floor burns here early. There's Clear Lake. Malsby in there. Also Tice in there for Clear Lake, and now knocked away, taken away, as Katie Anderson knocked it away, and here comes Assumption. Up the other way. Schubert puts it up and good. Schubert, and that's the one they want to get heated up. She's their leading scorer.
Yeah, good pass ahead, get her an easy layup to get her going.
Lead down to 1 now as Assumption's made their little 5-0 run. That one slapped away by Ava Schubert. Now taken back the other way, all the way up and off, no good, and she gets her own rebound as Sarah Faber. Faber back in, up in the foul, the bucket. Or no, they going to call that offensive? Nope, he did call it bucket good, so.
Good effort.
He put his arm straight
rebound.
out, but he was saying and one, I think. Yeah.
Ava Schubert, her second, team foul number 4.
So Schubert gets her second personal foul. Faber to the line to shoot 1. And all of a sudden, things have heated up after a slow start. But that's what you see at the state tournament sometimes.
It is. Get those nerves out, get the game starting to flow a little bit.
So a 4-point lead by Clear Lake. Their biggest has been 6 to start the ball game here, as the first quarter now winding down. Awesome Dorsey spins, drives down, kicks it back out. Left side to Anderson. She gets it down on the block, and a push will be called on Vanderploeg, I believe. As Wohler somehow was contorting underneath that basket.
Her first, team foul number 4.
Really trying to get Schubert involved, trying to post her up on every possession and get her touches.
So back in is Corey Whitlock for Davenport Assumption, replacing Ava Schubert for an IMT insurance substitution. Find out how you can be worry-free at imtins.com. Assumption gets it in. Handed off to Dorsey. She'll drive into the lane and gets tied up. No, traveled. She walked, and she goes down hard there, and not getting up quite yet. I think it was one of those where they kind of grabbed the ball, lifted her up, and she kind of came down hard on the floor, but she's going to shake it off and go back the other way. The pace picked up just a little bit here toward the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, starting to get a little bit more physical. Both teams are really coming to play today.
Malsby with it up top. Over to Tice. We'll rotate it back over. Looking, find the opening in that zone. Down the lane, and then wild pass. That's probably one of the first bad passes we've seen against that zone. Clear Lake's been pretty good so far, but that one they throw.
I tried to just do a little too much on the move there.
And now looks like they'll go into a little bit of pressure as they got Assumption down on the baseline. Clear Lake now will drop off that pressure a little bit. They'll keep man-to-man.
Just trying to slow him down a little bit coming down the court.
Got Faber on Dorsey. Faber in there again, now into the block. Turn around, up off the glass, no good. A little bit too hard for Corey Whitlock. Here comes Tice back the other way. Driving, kicking it out for 3, no good. And goes up off the back, and Vanderploeg comes down and travels with it.
Number 10, Julia Merfeld, checks in.
And usually they're calling that now if you have kind of double possession and you come down, they called that one a travel. And
yeah, there's been a couple of those.
Yeah, just a little bit of the judgment on what the official sees, who had control when. A little token man-to-man pressure here by Clear Lake. They break it all the way down and throws it away. Vanderploeg comes up with it. Back the other way, Merfeld. Bounce pass across, over baseline 3, no good. Rebound far side, comes off over to Tice. Up top, over to Fassbender, no good. And battle for it on the floor again. This time she keeps it alive. Up top for 3, that one's off. the mark, and the rebound comes off to Assumption. They're going to get out and run. They throw it up ahead to Whitlock. Whitlock stops, puts it up off the glass and good. Good fast break that time.
Yeah, Clear Lake just didn't quite get back, so they got that nice easy layup.
10-8. Clock running down, shot up, and that's the way it ends here. At the end of the first quarter, it's 10-8 Clear Lake over Assumption. We'll be back with the second quarter coming up after this on the Iowa Girls Union Digital Network, presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise, and your lights will go on. That's because at MidAmerican Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Hey, Central College has a new tuition price of just $18,600. That means the college experience that opens doors for a lifetime is more affordable than ever, and scholarships are still available. Apply today at central.edu.
Hey fans, Central College has a new tuition price of just $18,600. That means the college experience that opens doors for a lifetime is now more affordable than ever, and scholarships are still available. Apply today at central.edu. What are you seeing there stat-wise in the first half, Ellie, or first quarter?
Looks like Clear Lake has taken a lot of threes to see if they can get something going. Haven't been shooting it well yet. But seem to be pretty confident in that, so we'll have to keep an eye on that this quarter.
See if they start hitting here.
Yep.
Assumption in the red. They'll start with the ball to start the second quarter. Trailing by 2, they trailed by as much as 6 at one point. Into the middle there, and Vanderplug will pick up the foul against Corey Whitlock. Trying to get into that post now, Davenport Assumption, into the middle there.
Yeah, they seem to think they have an advantage in there. Really trying to work it inside.
And there's a long shot up, no good. Rebound comes down to Clear Lake. That was the second personal on Vanderplug, the fifth on Clear Lake. Here's the Lions working with it. Right side three, good! Drops it in there from the right side is Zoe Fossbender.
Good start, hitting a three right away in this quarter to get them going.
And again, that's set up by ball movement there for Clear Lake. And then a foul called.
Fouls on Clear Lake, number 10, Julia Merfeld, her first, team foul number 6.
Katie Anderson with
number
her
12, Dawson Dorsey,
first team foul, sixth
Assumption lineup
overall for the Lions. And they'll inbound it right here in front of us, courtside. Dar Danielson, Ellie Howell with you on the Girls Union Digital Network, presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. And that one just a little miscommunication. I think she thought she was going to come back to the ball and threw it there.
Yeah, it wasn't quite there anymore.
But now, wait a minute. They're talking about, okay, looks like Clear Lake touched it, I guess. So it'll stay with Assumption.
All right.
Back inside they go, and this time a travel. Well, Vanderplug and Whitlock, a good battle in the middle down there right now.
Yeah, some length on offense and defense. It's a good matchup down below for both teams.
Sarah Faber brings it up over right side to Fossbender, and now taken away, and a jump ball is called as Burfeld got the hand in there. And the arrow points to Clear Lake. Lions up 5. Fossbender Back up top. Over to Faber. Faber back out for three. Rattles around. No good. Vanderpool tried to keep the rebound alive. Couldn't do it. And it's pulled down in there by Maddie Loken for Assumption. They bring it down quickly up and good by Annie Wazlowski.
Basket by number 5.
Assumption's pushing the ball really well right now. They're getting confident, getting a few stops on defense.
And to cut the lead down to 3. Fassbender with it. Into Faber. And she's tied up. They've really done a good job of keeping her in check early on here, haven't they?
Yeah, they're really packing in the middle. She's trying to get inside, but they're not letting her have anything easy.
No open lanes to drive to the hole for her.
No. Got a couple jump balls quick there.
And Anna Wohlers comes back in for an IMT substitution. Learn how you can be worry-free at imtins.com. Here comes Assumption. They could tie it with a 3, cut it to 1 with a 2 here. Dorsey. Left side to Wazlowski. Back over to Loken. Loken will drive and gets hacked on the arm by Darby Dodd. She picks up the personal foul.
12, Darby Dodd.
I got to say right now, Darby Dodd is my favorite name of the tournament. I don't know why that stands out, but
Maddie Loken.
Loken to the free throw line, hits it.
Number 2, Natalie Moore checks back into the Davenport Assumption lineup.
It might be because when you name Dar, you get all kinds of D names and people calling you different stuff because they can't remember. Second free throw rolls out, no good. And it's a 2-point ball game here. Quickly back, Schubert the other way, gets it off. Now into the post, back over, they'll rotate it. On the drive, trying to go inside, the Fassbender, they do. Fassbender, rather. Now driving his Favor, and the rebound comes off to Assumption. So far, they've held Faber to 3 points. On the drive, Dorsey. She gets in, and they're going to call it travel. Both these lanes are pretty clogged up. There's not a lot of daylight in there, is there?
No, not much driving room at all on either end. Assumption's just got to keep being aggressive. They'll be in the bonus the rest of the quarter, so might be able to get to the free throw line a little bit.
Comes Clear Lake. That 2-point lead. Into the block, back out, over to Faber. Left side to Hawk. Back rotated over again. Looked at the 3, but they quickly close on her. And Murfield will dribble back over. They'll rotate it around again. Try to go into Fassbender, and they do, and she draws the foul. And
fouls on Davenport Assumption, number 22, Anna Wohlers.
Wohlers.
First, team foul number 5.
That's her first and just the 15th foul here on Assumption. Lob pass it in, get it to Faber. Faber drives, puts it up and good.
Good finish by Faber. She hasn't been able to get much, but she's staying aggressive, really trying to find her shot.
And back up the other way.
Natalie Moore.
Natalie Moore. So it's seen a little quick out of a couple guards there to the basket.
Yeah, Assumption's really pushing the pace here. Trying to get quick, easy buckets.
Fassbender in and back out for 3. No good. Rebound. Battle for it over there. Fassbender comes away with it. And they throw it up to Murfield. To Faber. And she gets a nice rim, and it bounces in and good. Faber with 7 points. Quick jumper off. No good. And a rebound foul is going to be called on Ava Schubert.
Fouls on Davenport Assumption, number 20, Ava Schubert. Her third.
They say it's not over the back, it's displacement. You pushed her out. Because you can go over the back and rebound it without getting the foul there.
Yeah, must have pushed her a little bit. That is her 3rd foul, so she's going to have to go sit at least for a little bit. Make sure she doesn't pick up her 4th this quarter.
Number 14, Allie Malsby checks into the Clear Lake
Allie
lineup.
Malsby will come in for Clear Lake, another IMT substitution. Learn how you can be worry-free with IMT at imtins.com. A little chance to slow it a little bit and catch your breath. As the pace picked up quite a bit here in the second quarter. Lions over the right side. Back up to Faber inside. Back out. And that time, was it touched? Yep, the out official said he saw a touch, so good teamwork by the officials there too.
Yep, having to look and rely on each other, make sure they're making the right calls.
Can you see over that monitor?
Can kind of see around it a little bit.
I can slide down a little bit here.
Yeah, it's okay.
Lob it out to Faber. Back over. Lexi Fassbender now in there for Clear Lake. And Faber trying to drive, cut off by Dorsey. They kick it outside, on the drive again, up, and the foul as Zoe Fassbender drove in and drew the foul.
Faber didn't have anything, but she did a good job kicking it out and letting her teammate drive in there.
Her second, team foul number 7. At the line for Clear Lake, Zoe Fassbender.
Anna Wohlers, her second. Fassbender shooting 2. Hits the first one. That's Zoe Fassbender. Second one rolls out and is rebounded by Assumption. And up and good.
Number 32, Corey Whitlock.
Corey Whitlock. Whitlock now with 8 points for Assumption.
They're really doing a good job working it inside to her.
There's a 3 that goes over the bucket, but right there to retrieve it. Now good look inside to Faber, and she traveled. Defender did a nice job of cutting off the lane without fouling her there.
Yeah, she did a good job, stepped over, held her ground, made sure she didn't bump her.
So pressure here on the inbound by Clear Lake, but this little token, they'll kind of drop back as Assumption brings it up. Worked it over the left side to Dorsey. Looking inside again. Now down on the block to get it in there, and a travel is called by Corey Whitlock. And a little bit of trying to catch it a little bit. I think there's a little help for the defense bumping it a little bit inside. They're letting a little bit of that contact go, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so. Seem to be still a little bit of nerves. People are trying to run without having their footing a little bit.
Here's a 3, rattles around, no good. Rebound there by Dorsey. Dorsey will bring it up for Assumption. On the drive, straight in, up, and in and out. Battle for the rebound, comes out to Clear Lake. Malsby pulls it out of there. And now tapped away from behind from Faber, and Faber will commit the foul. As she came down.
Fouls on Clear Lake, number 4, Sarah Faber, her first.
That's her first. It's the 8th team foul, so we'll walk to the other end and shoot free throws. So we got substitutions for both sides. IMT substitutions. Learn how to be worry-free with IMT at imtins.com. Katie Anderson back in for Davenport Assumption. Julia Murfeld in for Clear Lake. To the free throw line is Maddie Loken, and she hits the first one. Second trip to the line, 1 of 2 the last time. Gets the first one here. And gets 2. And all of a sudden we got a 1-point ball game. Come up on a minute to play, first half. Look inside, now throw it up over the top. A back up over, a dangerous pass. Murfeld drives in somehow, found a hole.
Julia Murfeld.
Great finish by Murfeld.
Looked like everything was shut off, but she kept going and threw it up off the glass. Inside post move and the foul as Moore takes it to the basket. And she gets fouled by Zoe Fassbender.
Fouls on Clear Lake, number 42, Zoe Fassbender. Her second, team foul number 9.
19 foul, second on Fossbender.
Natalie Moore shooting 2.
Natalie Moore to the line. It's the first one. Moore hitting 55% from the line.
At the Clear Lake lineup.
Tice back in for Clear Lake.
Also in for the Lions, number 34, Caitlin Vanderploeg.
Vanderploeg back in. She really gave him a burst when she came in the first time off the bench.
Had a couple big stops on defense, a couple blocks.
Second free throw up and good.
Number 32, Corey Whitlock, checks into the Davenport
Back
Assumption
to
lineup.
a one-point game. Whitlock back in for Assumption and some more IMT substitutions. Here comes Clear Lake, hanging on to a 1-point lead under a minute to play. And they've been taking time on their possessions anyway, just trying to get by that zone. There's knocked away. So, like I say, they're not going to pull it out and work it because they have been taking their time working it anyway, trying to find that zone, haven't they?
Right, really moving the ball around, trying to find any opening they can. Looks like they're trying to get it back inside to Vanderploeg. We'll see if they can get it into her here.
Comes Clear Lake now. Merfeld across the top. Bounce pass at baseline. Looking, they get it to Tice. She drives and shoots it and scores.
Number 30, Emily Tice.
Tice gets the bucket. And it's 22-19. Assumption over the top to Dorsey. Let's see if they wait for one shot here. As we wind down to 10. They got a open three. They'll take it up. No good. Rebound to Vanderploeg. Clear Lake, if they hurry, they get a chance to get a shot, and they get a foul called. And that'll be a three-point foul call. Just unfortunate the way that happened.
Fouls on Davenport Assumption. Number 23, Maddie Logan.
Yeah, bad timing. Just got her hand in there a little bit too close.
At the line shooting 3.
The coach is like, whoa.
Darby Dodd.
Darby Dodd will go to the line to shoot 3. This is the first. Could be a big switch in momentum. She hits a couple of these here. It's that one. And gets 2 out of 3. And
score at the half. Clear Lake 24. Davenport Assumption 19.
24-19. Here at the half, we'll take a break, come back, and we'll have a guest, and then we'll talk a little bit more about this first half here. You're watching the Iowa Girls Union Digital Network, presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right, you decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
They say Buena Vista University is in the middle of a bunch of fields.
Hey guys, wait up!
Game on. They say our idea of fun is morning tea, and afternoon tea,
And anytime tea.
And we hang out like bumps on a log.
They say Storm Lake, Iowa isn't in the center of the action.
And when we study, we're not exactly grounded.
But you know what we say.
You gotta see it to believe it.
If you want to save more,
If you want a butcher who knows more,
If you want fewer aisles and more value,
less quantity, more quality,
if you want more of this,
and this.
and this.
This is Fairway, and this is how we do more.
putting our all into meat and grocery.
Putting our all into meat and grocery.
Putting our all and more into meat and grocery.
With new Casey's Rewards, you can turn pizza into school donations. Download the Casey's app and earn points you can turn into donations to the schools you care about most. Or turn points into Casey's Cash or fuel discounts. Start earning more ways to give and get a little more good. Casey's Rewards. Points for school, points for you, points for fuel, points for good. Now at Casey's, our delicious handmade taco pizza is just $13.99. Casey's, here for good.
Well, welcome back. We're at halftime here on the Iowa Girls Union Digital Network, presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau at the Girls State Basketball Tournament. Joining me is North Polk coach Clint Albertson, and they got the win here 68-40. And man, just looking at those stats, 51% overall field goals, 71% from three-point range, 80% from the free throw line. You can't ask for a much better shooting night than that, can you?
No, that was really shot the ball well. 10 for 14 from three, 50% from the field. We took really good shots and moved the ball well and played together. So
you came out really and got that lead, and you just kept, I guess, built on that momentum here. And that's, your first game. Sometimes you get a few jitters, but it didn't seem like you guys came out just ready to go.
Yeah, a lot of our girls have played here. This is our third straight year we've been here, and we played 2 games 2 years ago and got to the championship last year. So it's the 6th game here for a lot of them. And I think that helped early on, especially. You have that feeling out period, especially if it'd be your first time playing here. So that definitely helped and got us off to a pretty good start.
See, Leah Springer with 27 tonight, 17 for
Maggie had 20.
Was it? Maggie Phipps.
Yeah.
I can't read very well here.
That's all right.
And let's see, Jaden Murphy was 17 and Lucy Schaefer with 11. So 3 players in double figures. You got to like that. That gives you.
Yeah, we actually had 4 players average double figures this year, and Maggie had a phenomenal game. Maggie's a great player, but that's about as efficient as I've seen her play. She's 8 for 13, 5 for 5 from 3, 6 for 6 free throws. Just played phenomenally. And Jaden was her usual steady self, 7 for 9, and had 10 rebounds, so double-double.
Yeah, and you got 26 defensive rebounds there. So you didn't give them any second chances there, did you?
No, we emphasize that because watching them on tape, they really rebound well. They have a lot of good athletes, and we thought if we could limit second shots for them, that would help a lot, obviously.
Okay. Well, you win. That's the good news. Then you got to play the number 1 seed, but you got to beat who's up next, don't you, when you play in the state tournament?
Yeah, everybody's good here, and Dyke's really good. Watched them play a little bit before us. They're an athletic team, and they got obviously a really phenomenal player in Foster. So, yeah, it's going to be a good contest. I like how we played tonight, and hopefully we can carry that over.
Yeah, you like that momentum, don't you? But now you have to take a little time. So what is the schedule then as you prepare for the next round?
Well, we'll go not super hard the next couple days because we've got a tough game here, and we had a week of practice built into the first one. So we'll watch quite a bit of film and do some shooting and a few specific things that Dyke does that we haven't seen a lot of. They play a lot of zone and press quite a bit, so making sure we're ready for that as good as we can be.
Make some adjustments to that. Okay, so Thursday at 1:30 in the semifinal against top seed Dyke New Hartford. Congratulations on the win here today, Coach, and good luck in the next round.
Thank you.
That's Coach Clint Albertson here of North Polk, the Comets. We'll take a break at halftime. It's Clear Lake over Assumption, 24-19 on the Iowa Girls Union Digital Network, presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at MidAmerican Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Crowded lecture halls? Not anymore. Southwestern Community College is a different place. It's where we break from traditional college to do what's best for your career. It's about teaching the way you learn, having fun along the way, and giving you the experience you need for what comes next. A job and an income in as little as 1 year. That's why you go to college in the first place. Southwestern Community College. Your career starts here. Check out SWIC's career-related programs at swiciowa.edu/yourcareer.
This is more. More savings. More service. More focus on fresh, quality produce. Expert butchers who know more. And the most talked about meat in town. We are Fairway. We put everything into meat and grocery. And this is more.
Believe it when I know ya, we going high. Gotta climb to the top, but we're never gonna stop. When I know ya, we going high. We're going high.
Hey, Central College has a new tuition price of just $18,600. That means the college experience that opens doors for a lifetime is more affordable than ever, and scholarships are still available. Apply today at central.edu.
Des Moines. The yeses are silent. Our city is buzzing. Catch what you've been missing today.
At Waldorf University, we are warriors. On campus and online. In the classroom and on the field. Our work today will power tomorrow, continuing a rich tradition started in 1903. And once you're one of us, you forever are. Waldorf University, we are warriors.
Back here at Wells Fargo Arena, Dar Danielson alongside Ellie Howell. We're at halftime here, and it's 24-19 Clear Lake over Assumption. And Ellie, if you look at the shots, you'd think, man, Clear Lake should be ahead by 20 here.
Yeah.
They got off 30 shots, twice as many as Davenport Assumption, as you see there on the screen in the first half, and shooting 30%. The good news for them is Assumption only shot 40%, but throwing up a lot of shots between the two here. Clear Lake with more, but unable to hit them, and that kind of early on we talked about it. And some of that's, I think, jitters, and some of that's the tough zone defense they're facing against Assumption.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of both. The lack of experience, those first game of the tournament jitters are really playing a factor here. We'll see if they can settle in at all in the second half. They're getting some good looks.
Yeah, and you mentioned it outside, just 2 of 17 for Clear Lake, 0 of 3 for Assumption. So the outside game, not quite finding it there yet. So let's go inside the locker rooms first for Assumption. What's Coach saying to them here at halftime?
Yeah, really looking to keep pushing the pace. They scored a lot of points in transition. They were able to get some quick scores that way and work it inside. I think they got to keep doing more of that and really packing in that zone defense.
And on the Clear Lake side, what was the halftime locker room talk like in there?
They got to keep being patient and getting good shots on the offensive end. That zone is tough, but they've taken a lot of shots, so they got to keep working the ball around and really get back on defense and slow Assumption down in transition.
We've seen a couple good matchups inside, too, with Vanderploeg came off the bench, and she was going against Whitlock in there. As both teams have tried to get it into the post a little bit and tried to establish that game some.
Yeah, we'll have to see if Ava Schubert can kind of get going here. She got in some foul trouble early, but we know she's their go-to player, so we're going to look to see her get some more looks inside.
And Sarah Faber, she got started a little bit there. She had 7 points to lead Clear Lake, 5 for Hawk, 4 for Zoe Fassbender, the leaders there for Clear Lake. For Assumption, 6 for Corey Whitlock, 4 for Natalie Moore, 3 for Maddie Loken, and then you said Schubert got 2 points there. So both teams kind of say, well, we didn't play our best half, but it's still a pretty close ball game here. Come out in the second half, you know, and one thing we didn't see, we saw Assumption started out, and then Clear Lake got a 6-point run, but we haven't seen any long runs by either team offensively here.
Yeah, they were really able to slow each other down a little bit, just went on a couple of short runs, but both teams did a good job of getting a stop and really stopping those runs.
Well, you see some of the fans here at Wells Fargo Arena as we get ready for the start of the second half here. Clear Lake and Assumption. Clear Lake, the number 2 seed. Assumption, number 7. The winner will place Bishop Heelan, Des Moines Christian winner, which is 10 o'clock tomorrow. We finish up the 3A, and I'll be back here. I won't say bright and early. 10 o'clock's a little later in the day, but we're ready to go here. Clear Lake will start the second half, and looks like same starters for both teams pretty much starting the second half. They go inside and knocked away, trying to keep it alive. Is Hawken now back the other way. Moore with it, up and rolls in! And gets the bucket and the foul. It almost looked like a putt that rolled around the cup.
Fouls on Clear Lake, number 10, Julia Murfeld. Her second, team foul.
Murfeld with the foul.
At the line for Davenport Assumption, Natalie Moore shooting 1.
Moore goes to the line and can't convert. But rebound pulled down by Assumption. Drive up and good.
Natalie Moore.
So Moore, she didn't get the 3-point play, but ends up with a 4-point play because of the rebound.
2 quick baskets early for her. Really good defense that really turned into offense for her team.
And turned into a 1-point lead again. There's a 3 up, no good. The rebound pulled down by Whitlock. Comes Assumption. Looking to take their first lead since they got a free throw to start the ball game to lead off the scoring. They've trailed ever since. A lob in on the post. Up and a little too much, and the referee says nothing there. Everybody went straight up, so we'll keep playing. They get up to Sarah Faber. All-time leading scorer at Clear Lake this season. Cross that mark. And I think she's going to play at Wartburg, I believe.
I think you're right.
And that would go out of bounds. You see the replay there. The shot. Now here's the pass in. 3 away. No good. And just touched it. She couldn't come up with it as Schubert. So no change in the 3-point status to start the second half yet, Ellie.
Not yet. See if they can get settled in here.
They're going to lob it out. They do get it out there to Hawk. Off to Faber. She'll drive and gets the foul as Dawson Dorsey was
Fouls
looking for the charge.
Assumption, number 12.
Didn't
Dawson
quite get
Dorsey.
over in front of her in time.
Her first, team
Faber
foul
was able to
1.
draw that foul.
At the line for Clear Lake.
First team
Sarah
foul.
Faber shooting 2.
Faber to the line. She's got 7 in the first half and misses that one. She is just about 79% free throw shooter on the season and pops that one. Puts the Clear Lake lead back to 2. Here comes Assumption. They'll push it across quickly. Dorsey over to Moore. And to Anderson now outside. In on the block. Turn around, not there. They'll kick it out for 3. Short. The rebound comes off to Darby Dodd. Dodd will push the pace now. Clear Lake goes down, kicks it out to Faber for 3. No good. And battle for the rebound. It'll go off of Clear Lake. Looks like they're kind of open looks, aren't they, Ellie? But they're just not falling right now.
Yeah, they're just not getting anything to go yet.
Maybe it is a little bit of the pace. They're all rushing a little bit, and they're pulling up.
Yeah, both teams are speeding each other up, trying to get quick shots.
Dawson Dorsey in, stops, gets it off to Whitlock, now underneath, and the foul against Natalie Moore, and she'll go to the line.
Fouls on Clear Lake, number 12, Darby Dodd.
Darby Dodd with the
second
foul.
Team foul number 2.
Her second team
At
foul
the
of the
line
half.
for Davenport Assumption, Natalie Moore shooting 2.
Natalie Moore will go to the line. Hits that one.
Number 24, Jaden Ainley checks into the Clear Lake lineup.
And Moore's got all 5 of their points here in the second half.
It's been a good start for her.
It's the second. And we got a tie here, our first tie of the ball game. 25 all. Here comes Clear Lake now, tied. Into Vanderplug. She'll back out. Here's a 3. No good. Still can't get the lid off the basket from long range. And that'll go out. Back to Davenport Assumption.
Good hustle there by Clear Lake trying to get the offensive rebound. Just weren't able to grab a hold of it.
A little pressure on the inbound by Clear Lake. Faber against Dorsey. Dorsey gets through there. Faber sticking with her though. Up top to Anderson. Now down on the block to Whitlock. She turns. Drives in there. Gets it back out. Up and tried to go through it. She'll draw the foul. Let's see if that's on Vanderplug or Hawk.
On Clear Lake. Number 34,
Vanderplug.
Caitlin Vanderplug, her third
Third on Vanderplug.
At the line for Davenport
That
Assumption,
could be big as
Natalie
she's given
Moore
him some
shooting
size
2.
in there.
Yeah, she'll have to be careful not to pick up her 4th. Still 5 minutes left in the quarter.
Number 14, Allie Malsby checks into
Moore
the Clear
with
Lake
the bucket.
lineup.
Free throw. And that's Assumption's first lead since the first free throw of the game.
Davenport Assumption, a 30
Take a 2-point lead on free throws.
Fans,
And a
please direct
30-second
your attention to the
timeout,
video
so-
board and prepare to unleash your smile
Let's
power.
go into that
for
Clear
the
Lake
Delta
huddle.
Dental
What's,
Smile Cam. Delta Dental.
Coach saying
healthy
over
smile,
there?
Healthy eyes, healthy you.
Looks like Clear Lake's got to settle down a little bit. They gave up a couple of fouls on this side. They're going to have to slow down those fouls this quarter.
And for Assumption, the momentum kind of switched to them here. They've been hitting and they've been getting Natalie Moore to drive in, and she's been getting fouled and going to the line and making them.
Yeah, they're being really aggressive on the offensive end, knowing they can get inside. They're going to have to keep pushing the pace and keep trying to get to the basket.
So, and Moore has hit 8 points to 1 for Faber here in the second half. So 8-1, and that has allowed Assumption to come back in this ball game and take the lead.
It's really been a good spark for them this half.
Here's Faber with it. Bounce passes over. Malsby now back to Faber. Drives, runner, good.
Basket by number 4, Sarah Faber.
Well, that's what you want, your leading scorer to take over and get a bucket when you need it. But back the other way, Assumption quickly down and stripped at the last minute. Chelsea Hawk gets a hand in there.
Assumption's really looking to break that press, trying to get across as quick as they can and get a good shot out.
I don't know who's quicker, Moore or Faber when it comes to
pretty
it.
close.
A pretty close race, I bet, if you got him in there.
Yeah.
In the block, turnaround, and blocked by Vanderplug. Blocks the shot of Schubert. Here comes Faber. She'll bring it down quickly. Stop. Runner again is good. 2 straight by Sarah Faber. Gives Clear Lake a 2-point lead. Baseline jumper, no good. Rebound comes off to Faber. Sarah Faber starting to take over a little bit here for the Lions. She dribbles down, kicks it over. 3-pointer, no good. Rattles in and out. Put back is pulled out of there by Whitlock.
It's a good look, pushing the pace. Faber making shots for her teammates.
Down in on the block to Schubert and back out into Schubert again. She'll go through, tosses it up, and then knocks it. It goes out of bounds off of Schubert. And we'll see Anna Wohlers come in
Davenport Assumption lineup
for Assumption.
And in for Clear Lake,
and
number 42,
Zoe
Fossbender
Fossbender in for Clear Lake. Substitutions brought to you by IMT Insurance. Learn how you can be worry-free with IMT at imtins.com. So Clear Lake gave up the lead for a bit, but has taken it back now. Now down baseline. Up and battled for it and pulled out of there, and I think they're going to get Vandervloed for the foul, which that will be her fourth. So that's a big foul for Clear Lake.
Yeah, I think she's going to have to go sit for a few minutes.
34, Caitlin Vandervloed.
Buy him a little bit of time so she can play a lot of minutes in the fourth quarter.
Takes a lot of size out of the lineup for them. We'll see now if they try to take advantage of going inside the Whitlock when they get back down. Oh, and then missed play there. Faber up and good in the foul.
Top the basket, Sarah Faber.
Really good heads-up play by Faber there. Assumption wasn't on the same page, and she was able to take advantage of it.
On Davenport Assumption number 12.
Yeah, the two Assumption players went one way, and the passer threw it the other way, and Faber just, looky what I found, it took it to the hoop.
Amy
got fouled.
checks into the Davenport Assumption lineup.
There you see her here on the replay, right up and through.
Shooting one.
And Faber to the line. She scored all their points here in the third quarter. Hits that one. 11 points for Faber. 5-point lead rather, 32-27 for Clear Lake. Assumption now. Try to go inside, knocked around, and pulled out of there by Kais. So they did try to go down on the block, but Tice was there to defend it. Faber drives in, runs through up and good. How did she find the hole there?
Another big play. She's continuing to be aggressive, find those open lanes.
Number 14, Allie Malsby, her first.
Malsby
Number 5.
With the foul, 15 foul here on Clear Lake.
Assumption lineup.
And looks like Assumption wants a timeout. It's a full timeout, so we'll take a break here. You're watching the Girls State Tournament on the Iowa Girls Union Digital Network, presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Fargo Arena, thanks you for
back at Wells Fargo Arena on the Iowa Girls Union Digital Network. The state tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. Dar Danielson. Ellie Howell here is Clear Lake in the white on defense, putting the pressure on Assumption. Clear Lake behind 13 points here in the third quarter by Faber has taken the lead, and there's a drive and a miss, and then a foul will be called on Schubert.
Fouls on Davenport Assumption, number 20, Ava Schubert, her fourth.
It's her fourth foul.
Yep, fourth on Schubert.
Team foul number 3.
So,
number 12, Darby Dodd checks into the Clear Lake lineup.
It's just the third team foul here. Darby Dodd back in the lineup for Clear Lake, an IMT substitution. And here comes the Lions up 7. To Faber. 13 in the quarter, 17 in the game. A nice look inside. Might have been partially blocked there. And Natalie Moore comes away with it. Dawson Dorsey. Gets it over to Wazlowski. There's a three, no good. And they get a trap down there on the baseline, but they finally get it out. And up to Tice. We've seen some depth off the bench for both these teams. They've had some players come in and no drop off at all.
Yeah, they've been able to keep their starters fresh. The players on the bench are really being able to give them a good spark here.
Faber at the free throw line drives in and draws the foul.
Another great take by Faber.
Fouls on Davenport Assumption, number 22, Anna Wohlers, her third.
Wohlers with her third.
At the line for Clear
And
Lake.
does the percentage in the
shooting two.
threes come up at all? Has that updated? Can you tell? For
about 9%.
Still, yeah. So
yeah, still struggling from three in this game.
Having a hard time there.
Number 23, Maddie Loken, and number 32,
Faber not having a hard time at all here. She's
lineup.
now up to 18 points. That's her 14th in the third quarter. And this is the second one, so I jinxed her there. And back the other way. And that foul will be.
Fouls on Clear Lake. Number 30, Emily Tice.
Tice with the
her
foul.
First. Team foul number 6.
Her first.
At the line
now.
for Davenport Assumption.
6, so
Loken,
Assumption will be in the one-on-one here. Loken hits the free throw.
Number 14, Ali Malsby checks into the Clear Lake lineup.
Well, that could be an issue for Clear Lake here, as they're going to give Faber a little bit of a rest. She needs one.
Right. Give her a little bit of extra time so she can rest before the fourth quarter starts, because they're going to need her then.
And this is the second free throw. And it's 35-28. And then a foul right in front of us here. Dawson Dorsey.
Fouls on Davenport Assumption, number 12, Dawson Dorsey. Her third, team foul number 5.
Third, and now the 5th team foul on Assumption. You see him inbound right in front of us. You see the back of my head, my best side there on the video. Rotated over for three. Good! Darby Dodd gets the lid off the three-point.
See if I can give them a little bit of momentum going into this fourth quarter.
All of a sudden makes it a 10-point lead here for Clear Lake as the third winds down. Baseline drive and blocked by Fossbender. And here comes Clear Lake looking to add to the lead before the quarter's out. Nice look inside, knocked away. As Ainley got it to Fossbender.
Timeout, Clear Lake. A 30-second
Clear Lake's going to take a 30-second timeout, so assuming they probably want to set up a play here with 22 seconds.
Trying to get one final good shot, extend the lead a little bit going into the fourth.
And for Assumption, I think you kind of want to defend them. You don't want to foul them, send them to the line here.
Right.
But credit Clear Lake and Faber, who's just, come on, Maddie Loken got 1 point in the third, but Faber's done it all for him here in the third quarter.
Yeah, a huge quarter for her, just trying to will her team to get to the next round of this tournament. She's really playing hard.
Final game of the day here in the earlier one. Dyke New Hartford, the number 1 seed, beat Jessup 56-43. North Polk over Red Oaks 68-40 in the other 3A quarterfinal. We have this one then start out tomorrow morning with the final 3A quarterfinal. It'll be Bishop Heelan against Des Moines Christian as Clear Lake looks to get it in. Throw it out deep to Dodd. Over to Malsby, now back to Dodd for three. Darby Dodd, back-to-back threes. Makes it a 41-28 lead. Now taken away, Dodd all the way down. Fakes up, good. Darby Dodd with an 8-point explosion here at the end of the third quarter. Clear Lake will take a 43-28 lead into the fourth. You're watching the Iowa Girls Union Digital Network, the state tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
MidAmerican Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right, you decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
With new Casey's Rewards, you can turn pizza into school donations. Download the Casey's app and earn points you can turn into donations to the schools you care about most. Or turn points into Casey's Cash or fuel discounts.
Hey, Central College has a new tuition price of just $18,600. That means the college experience that opens doors for a lifetime is more affordable than ever, and scholarships are still available. Apply today at central.edu.
Hey fans, as a reminder, Central College is a new tuition price of just $18,600. That means the college experience that opens doors for a lifetime is now more affordable than ever, and the scholarships are still available. Apply at central.edu.
Davenport Assumption ball to begin the fourth quarter.
So Assumption will start out here in the fourth quarter. Try to go inside, and a foul will be called as they get it into Whitlock.
Fouls on Clear Lake, number 42, Zoe Fosbender. Her third. Team foul number 7.
17
for
fouls.
Davenport Assumption, Corey Whitlock, shooting 1-1.
Assumption will be shooting here. From here on out, Whitlock hits the front end of the 1-1.
Faber, number 10.
Some substitutions for Clear Lake. Substitutions brought to you by IMT Insurance. Learn how you can be worry-free with IMT at imtins.com. Corey Whitlock stepping to the line. Leaves it short. He gets 1 out of 2. Makes it 43-29. Here's Faber, drives, kicks it out for 3. Good! Julia Murfeld for 3.
3 starting to fall now for Clear Lake after Darby Dodd hit a couple.
And then a foul will go against Darby Dodd.
Fouls on Clear Lake.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how that works. You get the lid off the basket. Now they're starting to hit them. They couldn't hardly buy one through most of the first 3 quarters, and then those last couple of minutes to hit a couple, and wow.
Yeah, starting to feel confident. See your teammates hit shots, makes you want to hit some shots too.
Dawson Dorsey will shoot the 1-1 here. Hits the front end. That's the second. It's 46-31. Here comes Faber. Lob it inside. Up. Rolls out of there. As Vanderploeg thought she had it, but it rolls out. And there she gets the hand in there, and that is
fouls on Clear Lake, number 34.
Number 5, yep. Vanderploeg will be done.
5th personal foul.
With a minute gone in the fourth quarter, Vanderploeg fouls out.
Number 42, Zoe Fassbender, checks into the Clear Lake lineup. At the line for Davenport Assumption,
sit down.
Dawson Dorsey, shooting 2.
Vanderplug, would she end up with 4 points or 2 points?
2 points, 5 rebounds. Did a lot of good things for her team in her minutes that she was able to play.
Dorsey with the free throw. Second one is up, and rebound comes off to Clear Lake. Fossbender. And gets it over to Darby Dodd. Sarah Faber crosses over, kicks it out for 3. No good. Almost bounced back in, but is out. And the rebound comes down to Loken. She quickly gets it up to Dorsey. Bucket and a foul.
Count the basket. Dawson Dorsey. The foul is on
Few
Clear
early
Lake,
fouls
number 4.
this quarter
Sarah
for
Faber,
Clear
her
Lake.
second team foul, number 9. Timeout, Clear Lake, a 30-second timeout.
Faber gets the foul.
Fans
30-second
immediately following
timeout here
tonight's game,
for
please remain in your seats for the post-game award
Clear
ceremony.
Lake.
And tickets for the next round may be
Assumption
purchased at any of the 13 box
calls
office
the timeout. They got,
located
let's
in the
see,
southwest corner
12-point
of
deficit.
Wells
Still a
Fargo
lot of
Arena
time.
on the lower
6.5
level.
minutes to play here.
Plenty of time to get back in it, especially with how quick they've been able to score in transition. Assumption's just got to stay aggressive.
Got to kind of identify Faber a little bit, who's been kind of the spark plug to get things going. Shut her down, and they got Vanderpool fouled out. They will be going to the line now. They got it's a double bonus from here on out. So
yeah, a lot of free throws coming.
Yeah, if you can get in there and drive, you can get to the line and score with a clock stop.
Number 13, Grace
and
Jokton
claw your
checks
way
into the
back in
Davenport
this.
Assumption lineup.
As Dorsey back to the line. And that one's no good. And here comes Clear Lake. Darby Dodd looks for a screen and tries to throw it back into the screener, but nice job by Dodd to stop the fast break there. Looked like it was going to be a run out. Now Murfeld drives in, loses a handle. Picked up by Loken. Things getting a little sloppy here. Now taken away by Faber. She'll drive back the other way. Oh, fakes, gets it stripped away. Keeps a handle on it. Got Dawson Dorsey up in the air.
Trying to slow it down a little bit, get a good shot.
Things get a little frantic here. And off to Faber. She'll drive down through the middle, up and good.
Before Sarah Faber.
Faber gets the bucket. And I think we're naming our Casey's player of the game coming up, but I think
Timeout, Davenport
Sarah
Assumption.
Faber
A
has got to
30-second
be
timeout.
in the running for that.
Yeah, she's making a good case for herself the second half especially.
20 points for Faber. And a lot of points there in the third quarter. But still a little time to go before we'll finalize that yet, because it's 14 points, still not, out of reach with 5:22 to play here for Assumption.
Yeah, plenty of time for Assumption to stay in this. They just got to keep playing hard and getting stops on defense. Really try to slow Faber down.
And for, let's see, Assumption from three-point range, 5, is that right?
They've only shot 5.
They've only shot 5, so you got to think if that's the case, they're not going to get back into it by shooting threes.
Gonna have to stay aggressive, continue to get to the free throw line, try to score points at the clock stops.
Look at it, the Ava Schubert,
number 14,
22%, Katie Anderson, 38% from three-point range, but that hasn't been their game tonight, so we'll see what they can do. Maybe driving and getting fouled because they're in the double bonus.
Yep.
Well, here's a 3, no good. Rebound comes out long. Pulled down, and then it'll be, they're going to call foul, I believe. I think he said 22.
Fouls on Davenport Assumption, number 23.
Or no, 23.
Maddie Loken.
Okay.
Her second, team foul number 6.
16 foul, second on Loken. Faber dribbles through. They rotate it over to Tice. Back up top. And foul there. Malsby. Clear Lake just slowing it down a little bit, forcing Assumption to foul him.
Dawson Dorsey.
Trying to take
Her
their
fourth.
time, look for a good
Team foul
shot.
number 7.
Now they're going to be in the bonus the rest of the way.
Allie Malsby,
And the fourth
shooting
on
1-1.
Dawson Dorsey. Malsby to the line. And misses the front end of the 1-1, so that's what Assumption wanted. Still a lot of time. Anderson over Waslowski. Back to Jobgin. Come down on the block. They're trying to power it up in there, draw the foul, and that'll stay with Assumption.
Number 24, Jaden Ainley checks into the Clear Lake lineup.
Jaden Ainley in for
Davenport
Clear Lake.
Assumption. Number 2,
Natalie Moore in for Assumption for an IMT insurance substitution. Learn how to be worry-free with IMT at imtins.com. And that one taken away by Hawk. Here's Faber. Tice gets fouled.
Clear Lake doing a good job taking care of the ball, not trying to rush anything.
Assumption, number 23, Maddie Loken. Her third, team foul number 8.
Third in this 8th team foul.
Number 20, Ava Schubert checks into the Davenport
Schubert
Assumption
back
lineup.
in. She's got 4.
At the line for
Need
Clear
her
Lake,
scoring ability
Emily
in there,
Tice,
but she's got
shooting
4
1-1.
fouls.
Yeah, she'll have to be careful on the defensive end.
Tice to the line. Hits it. I want to say hi to everybody in North Iowa watching Clear Lake here, and everybody on the eastern side of the state watching Assumption tonight on the Girls Union Digital Network presented by the Farm Bureau. Here's the second free throw. North Iowa up in your neck of the woods.
Yep.
I grew up over northeast Iowa, not quite the eastern side of the state, but down on the block, up and good.
Basket by number 20, Ava
Quick
Schubert.
basket for Schubert. They got to try to keep getting her involved here late.
Still 14 here. Here's Faber. Crosses over. Dribbles in, gets it stripped by Loken. That will be number 4 on Loken.
Fouls on Davenport Assumption. Number 23, Maddie Loken. Her 4th, team foul number 9. At the line for Clear Lake, Sarah Faber shooting 1-1.
Faber with 20 points, make it 21. And she'll get one more here. Hits them both.
Number 3, Jessie Wardlow checks into the Davenport Assumption lineup. Number 12, Darby Dodd checks into the Clear Lake lineup.
Darby Dodd in for Clear Lake. Seeing a little offensive defensive switching here for both teams, I think.
Yeah. Not as much size right now for Clear Lake, so we'll see if Assumption can get it inside to Schubert.
Driving across, there's a 3. Good by Natalie Moore.
Natalie Moore.
13-point lead. Battle around, they get the steal. Waslowski up ahead, and Moore drives and gets the foul. So don't give up on Assumption quite yet here.
They're still in this game.
30.
Still pressuring on defense, getting some steals.
Her second, team foul number 10.
Tice's second, the 10th team foul now on
At the
Clear
line
Lake,
for
so everything's the
Davenport
double
Assumption.
bonus.
Natalie Moore shooting 2.
Here on out. Natalie Moore hits it. And second free throw is up and good by Moore. 11-point lead. And some pressure by Assumption. get it to Darby Dodd. Now dribbling through, runner off the glass, no good. Pops out of there. An Assumption. Kozlowski back the other way with it. And she travels.
Clear Lake doing a good job, still playing tough defense, trying to speed up Assumption. They were able to do that there and get a travel call.
Yep, Kozlowski trying to get out of that double team and make a play because they know every possession is important right now, but credit Clear Lake, as you said, for speeding them up and forcing the turnover. Faber with it, drives, throws it over. Now they'll come back out almost. Faber jumped in there, almost knocked it away. Now Faber gets it back, throws it underneath. Good look.
Great cut to the basket and pass by Faber.
For Jaden Ainley.
Right, and Faber saw her and hit her. Ainley rather. And 54-41. There's a three.
Number 3, Jesse Wardlaw.
By Jesse Wardlaw. Ten-point game with 2 minutes coming up. Yep, there we go, 2 minutes to play. Faber drives, throws it back to Dodd. Got a feeling Clear Lake's going to be pretty choosy on the shot selection right now.
Yeah, really trying to take their time.
But she got the
good take by Faber. Wide open, you got to take the shot.
56-44. I think it's safe to say we can call Emily Faber, or excuse me, Sarah Faber, our Casey's General Store player of the game. Casey's General Store is proud to sponsor the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union in today's player of the game. Casey's is at the heart of many Iowa communities, cheering on our local teams and fans and making sure there's fresh pizza ready to go, win or lose. And there's a drive missed by Faber. Back up. Sign up for the new Casey's Rewards, the rewards program that gives back by letting you redeem points for Casey's cash, fuel discounts, or donations to local schools. So Faber, who kind of took it over in the third quarter and pushed Clear Lake out ahead there.
Yeah, she was a huge factor for them in that third quarter, really got on that lead and was able to contain that the rest of the way.
At the line for Davenport.
Somehow my score sheet.
Moore shooting 2.
I got screwed up. I don't know exactly how many she had in the third, but I know it was more. It was enough to push them ahead, yeah.
Yep.
You see.
Number 10, Julia Murfeld checks in the Clear Lake lineup.
Getting late here, isn't it?
It is.
Final game of the day, then we'll have the final quarterfinal for 3A tomorrow morning at 10 back here at Wells Fargo as Darby Dodd comes out with the rebound. And now Faber's going to pull it out and will drive the runner.
By number 4, Sarah Faber.
That's a nice looking shot. That's almost money when she's down the lane like that, isn't it?
Right, getting wide open, taking those shots.
Up and good for
by number 20, Ava
Schubert. But Clear Lake is going to advance here over Assumption. Their first state tournament win here, and they'll be on to the semifinals.
Big win for them, giving them some momentum going into game 2. See if they can keep that going.
Clear Lake. Letting the final seconds wind off the clock here. There's the final horn.
Tonight's final score presented by Fairway.
60,
Clear Lake 60,
46.
Davenport Assumption 46. Fans following the post-game awards ceremony,
just a second, we'll go over
and meet your players and coaches
get
in the
the
designated
post-game
areas
awards
listed on
here.
the video board. Fans of the advancing team are asked to greet their
Look
team
at some final
on the north
stats.
concourse behind sections 110 and 112. Fans of the non-advancing team are asked to greet their team on the south concourse behind sections 122 and 124.
You see the shaking hands here. Let's go back over to Joe Hammond, the public address announcer.
Fans, please direct your attention to the court for the awards presentation. In addition to receiving medallions, each participating player will receive a commemorative basketball provided by the Iowa Farm Bureau, proud title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Presenting awards from the IGHSAU are Gary Ross and Gene Berger. Congratulations to head coach Caitlin McNamara and the Lady Knights from Davenport Assumption on an outstanding basketball season. And now, Sarah Faber will advance the team to the next round on the official bracket at center court. Hey, Clear Lake fans, your team advances to the semi.
There it is, a new wrinkle in this year. You get to put your name up on the bracket. Let's take a look here at some of the final stats. Sarah Faber, the Casey's player of the game, leads all scores with 26, 10 for Darby Dodd. Murfeld with 5, 4 for Fassbender. Jaden Ainley with 4, Emily Tice with 4, 2 for Caitlin Vanderplug off the bench. For Assumption, 17 for Natalie Moore, 7 for Dawson Dorsey, 7 for Corey Whitlock, 3 for Jesse Wardlaw, 4 for Maddie Loken, 2 for Amy Waslowski, and let's see, I missed Ava Schubert with 6. Schubert averaging 10, held her a little below her average, but the big quarter there, Clear Lake outscoring them 19-9 in that third quarter, Ellie, and that's where they got the victory here.
Yeah, huge third quarter led by Sarah Faber. She really got them going in that third quarter to propel them to get that big lead, and they were able to hold on in the fourth.
So the final here tonight, 60-46, Clear Lake wins this one. They will go on to face the winner of tomorrow's 10 a.m. contest, Bishop Heelan against Des Moines Christian. Dyke New Hartford faces North Polk on Thursday at 1:30. That game, Clear Lake will play at 3:15 against the winner of tomorrow morning's game. Our other games today, Iowa City High advances at 5A. They'll face Johnston at 10 a.m. on Thursday. Waukee and Waterloo West advance. They play at 11:45 on Thursday. So some final thoughts on this one.
Yeah, just a great game for Clear Lake. Give them some momentum going into game 2. Just a big win for them to get them going.
All right, Ellie Howell, appreciate it for joining us here, and that's going to wrap it up with thanks to our crew here on the Iowa Girls Union Digital Network at the state tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau, powered by Mid-American Energy.